Yeah. And so today is Jordan and Murray's first day to school in American Fork. And I was planning on them going to the school by our house, next to our house, which I chose for them to go to that school. But first their dad wanted to try to get them to go to the school by his house because he thinks that rich people are better than middle class people or poor people. So he wanted them to go to Highland Elementary. Anyways, he drove over there to try to like persuade them, like, oh, this is a better school. You guys could take the bus, telling them all these things. And then we go inside and they're like, no, there's no bus. Everything he said basically was a lie. But first, when you start walking into Highland Elementary School, they have their park, their like playground area is like fenced in. Like just totally fenced in. Like it already gives off the vibe like there ain't no playing over here, There's no playing at this school. And so we go in and we talk to the secretary there. I think her name was Annie. Or no, that's not. Annie's the secretary at Barrat Elementary, the one that's over here by next to where I stay. But so go in there and like she just like the secretary was nice, but she just kept talking and like almost to the point where it was like not normal and like uncomfortable for how fast she was talking and for how much information she relayed in like a short amount of time. And I was asking like, oh, there she was talking about how great the principal was and how he's so on point. I was like, wow, I never heard a secretary say that someone could be so on point. Last person I heard that from was like one of my gangster boyfriends. It's funny. And so I was like watching her talk, and then I told her, well, can we meet the principal? And she's like, no. It's crazy to me that like these people at this schools think that like they haven't met like any parents, and then they think that like parents should be able to choose their children's teacher after meeting all the teachers, and parents should meet principals. So when I ended up registering them, I didn't register them at the Highland Elementary School because when I went in there, the second time I went in there with my ex-husband, right then I was watching the kids because I was trying to like look around and see like how the kids are. And there was kids in the hallway walking, and there was this big tall lady teacher like, and she was making this one of the children that looked like he was like 5 or 6 put his hands behind his back, and she was pushing him down the hallway. So I immediately turned around to the secretary and I said, what was that? I just saw a 5 or 6-year-old getting pushed down the hallway with his hands being forced to put his hands behind his back. And then the secretary goes, oh, that's just the special needs class I was telling you about. Like, oh, like, it's okay. That's just what we do to special needs children. And then I was like, what? And then she was trying to hand me the laptop so I could still register them for that. And I just had the sickest feeling, and I was just like, and they try to look at me like I'm crazy, and I'm looking at them like, you're freaking crazy, bitch. You just said that's the special needs class. That's why she's doing that. Damn. And then I was so sick to my stomach, and like, and felt so weird that I felt sick, was sick, and then I just handed her back the tablet or whatever the heck it was, or the laptop, and I was just like, no. And I told my ex-husband, I said, let's go. We're not registering them here. Anyway, so we ended up going to Barrat, and I was talking to but my ex-husband was like, oh, the girl in there is a lesbian, just because she had like short hair, like a short haircut, and some piercings. And I was like, you don't know that, and don't be saying that out loud in front of our children, like trying to make my children judge the way that he judges. Anyways, they were so nice. And at Barrat Elementary, the teacher's name is, I mean, not the teachers, but the secretaries is Christine, and Anne, or Marianne. Yeah. And I watched as like other children would walk into the office to see like how they would interact with those two secretaries. And it was good. And they were nice. And they were nice to the children. And the children liked those two secretaries, which was a good thing. Yeah, so Jordan and Murray, today was their first day, and I was getting ready to walk them to school. It's like a 21-minute walk from our house, because I wanted to meet the teachers. But right then their dad and their dad and their two brothers pulled up to drive them. And I was telling them, well, I want to go too so I can meet the teachers, because I didn't get a chance to meet them yet. And they're like, no, don't do that. You know, like I'm like like I'm gonna embarrass my children or something like that. So I told their dad, you better go in and meet the teachers. Go in and meet the teachers. Like, it's crazy that we send our children. A lot of parents do, because I've done it in the past. I don't know, but I started having children when I was young and dumb and full of cum. So I don't know, but it's just amazing to me that we send our children to school without knowing the teachers and without ever meeting the principal, or almost any, and that our children are there for like most of the day. It's just nuts. Yeah, but I hope they have a great day at school. I did homeschool before with them, and that is not easy. So I know it's not easy to be a school teacher, but at least you get paid to do it. And you're the one that chose that occupation, so you might as well be nice to the children and love your job. Most of you teachers just chose child education so that you could have summers off and summers paid. It's ridiculous. And then you guys are grumpy to the children. Start making them put their hands behind their back and push them down the hall because they're special needs. Or my other son, the other school, 2 schools ago that he went to, the teacher was hitting the children on the first week and slamming their desks, and that's why I had to pull my children out to homeschool them. And then what's crazy is that, no, there is no coincidence, but my daughter thinks it's a coincidence that just so happened to be her new friend that comes over here a lot. That was her grandma. That was the teacher that was hitting the kids and slamming desks. And now all of a sudden my daughter has a new friend, and it's the granddaughter of the teacher that was doing that to my son. Go figure. I tell my daughter, like, do you not see that that's... Do you not think that that's, like, non-coincidental? It's freaking ridiculous. Yeah, so I'm just creating that my children are having a great day at school. I really, really, really didn't want... I never want their brother and their dad to drop them off at school, but... I guess that's the way it went today. But right when that happens, or like right when I know that they're going, like, to my children are going, and then I get like immediate anxiety. I get like anxiety, like, should I, I don't know.